The True Project presents.
The works you're about to see were created during the COVID-19 pandemic from March 2020 to the present. Works from these series are entitled Is This Our Nauru? I don't have my own children, but I have found myself thinking about them a lot lately. I think about how they perceive time so differently than us. They have experienced so little time in their short lives that a single moment becomes so expansive to them. This quarantine, this crisis, is so much time in their little lives. I think a lot about the child refugees that the Australian government dumped on the island of Nauru, children who spent their childhoods only seeing rocks, fences, and sky, while our children see screens, sickness, and violence. I think about how post-traumatic stress disorder, traumatic withdrawal syndrome, depression, and suicidal thoughts will be imprinted on them for the remainder of their lives. And I wonder, is this our Nauru? The works here that you're about to see have shifted from my pre-pandemic practice. Originally considering myself a three-dimensional artist, those works, those mediums, no longer feel authentic. I have the privilege, the luxury, and the guilt of being in a remote and beautiful place at this time. Feeling so far removed, performance, time-based media, and self-portraiture are all that feel authentic to me in this moment. As healthcare workers and protesters put their bodies on the front lines, I feel compelled to use my body in these works. Finally, beginning in the end of June 2020, I was asked to online instruct a material and sculpture exploration course. And this was obviously complicated because of the nature of stay-at-home orders and the inability to require specific materials. But this has led me to a place now where I'm also starting to begin to make object-based work again, using household and found materials. My name is Johnson R. Hunt, and I am a practicing artist and art educator at Interlochen Center for the Arts. The work you're seeing filters through my lens, which is that of a woman with a disability who also identifies as bisexual. And I have had the privilege of walking this planet appearing as an able-brained and heteronormal individual. But lately, I have found a lot of strength and power in connecting with other advocates and artists within the disabled community. Over the past 3 years, I've been dealing with the guilt of my outward identity, which often doesn't match how I feel inside. And because of this, I've been pushing and challenging myself to change the culture of my classroom by sharing more of myself with my students. For me, this has been like spitting out the poison, helping to remove the stigma and encourage a more open dialogue. And although my language is best seen in visual arts form, I have found that American author Marianne Williamson can say it better for me. And she says, "And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give others permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others."